time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coming In Hot. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York. As always, brought to you by Bet365. It's never ordinary with Bet365. Let's just put it that way, just like the show. Good morning, Yorkie.
Morning, Wally. How you doing today? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm in the festive holiday spirit. Can't get enough of it. I went to the mall the other day. I just wanted out.
When you going to the mall, you can get everything online now. There's no need to go to the mall.
I had to go pick up our Charmed Diamond Centers, chosen forever. Charmed Diamond Center. I had to go pick up the gift card at the mall, and I was going to take a picture with Santa. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's go. I'm not going near any malls. It's everything's done. I'll only have to buy one present, so I'm good.
See, I can get it wrapped for you. I know a person.
You got somebody? Okay. $50.
All right, let's get right to it. We got a busy show. So today is our final day of Gabriel Pizza Hot for the Holidays, as always, brought to you by our good friends at Gabriel Pizza. Without question, the best pizza in this city and the official pizza of the Ottawa Senators. Oh, and of Coming In Hot. It will be on the menu again this evening in the Wallace household. I can assure you of that. Just no olives. Never any olives on the pizza. Download the Gabriel Pizza Perks app and start collecting points and earning points towards free food. Don't forget tonight the Sens play in Calgary. When the Sens score 4, you save more with the Gabriel Pizza Perks. Download the app, save 40% off any 9-inch pizza. A day after the Sens score 4, which we'll get to later in the show. Of course, Charlie is going to stop by as well. So here is the day 11 winner of 2 tickets to the Tampa Bay Lightning game, which is April 3rd. Sam Poirier, congrats to you. You also get the $50 Gabriel gift card as well. And thank you to Gabriel Pizza, who donated 10 Gabriel Pizza gift cards to our entire 12-day little soiree through the gifts. So fantastic job done by them. We'll get a thank you to all of them. And now for the grand finale, if you will, it is time once again to play arguably the greatest music ever in podcast history.
Arguably.
Ho, 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 ho.
I'm going to miss this. All right, here we go. Day 12. It is a signed Batherson jersey, courtesy of Fanatics, who donated the jersey, and of our good friends at Barhaven Source for Sports, who put on the lettering of the jersey. It is beautiful. It is right here. It is signed by Drake himself, obviously. And so we will get that to the winner. All you got to do, go on our social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, Twitter. Did I mention that? Use Hot for the Holidays. Like, follow, and tag Gabriel Pizza, and we will get you into the draw. Listen, the more you enter, the more chance you have to win. And if you take a picture eating a Gabriel Pizza, we will give you 10 extra entries. All right.
Nice.
We will, yeah.
You got that sign too, didn't you?
The day of the hat trick game. The day of.
I'd wear that jersey on the show, Wally, if I win.
There is no stipulation you can't win, but probably not likely.
I'm gonna tag Gabriel Pizza, and I'm gonna order one and submit so I get 10 entries.
Okay. Listen, good luck. That's all I got to say. Good luck. Anyway, so there it is. Thank you to Fanatics for sending us the jersey to take care of. And it's, by the way, it's their premium line. They have 4 different versions, of course, as you know. It is the premium one. They do have the game one out as well, but this is basically the best jersey that you could buy previous to Fanatics taking over. So this is a top of the line jersey. So
nice.
That's coming up. We'll donate. We'll give that away on Monday's show, as well as we'll give away the tickets to the World Junior. Don't forget, $5 donation to the World Juniors. To the food bank will get you a World Junior entry to tickets on December 26th. You will play, as Canada will start the tournament playing Finland Boxing Day. $5 donation, any food bank. Just send us the receipt at cihsends@gmail.com. We will get you entered. All right. It has to be done by Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then that's the cutoff. All right.
Let's go.
Let's get on with the show. we got to talk about the Calgary Flames because they're in Calgary tonight. As we get there, I'm going to talk about how the Sens, Yorkie, broke the Calgary Flames. Brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers, which is proudly Canadian owned and operated since 1972 with more than 85 locations across the country through Charm and their sister brands. Get custom ring building delivered in less than 4 weeks with the Charm Masterpiece program and unbeatable pricing policy. I cannot confirm or deny I bought something yesterday at Charm.
Oh, yeah. Look at you, eh?
Check out a large selection of Canadian lab-grown diamonds, mine diamonds, and don't pay until 2025. For more information, go to charmdiamondcenters.com. Chosen forever, Charm Diamond Center. Okay.
What'd you get? Can you
Listen,
tell?
Yorkie. I can't tell you. I gotta get Brooke to wrap it. The last time these two teams met was November 25th. It was a 4-3 victory in Ottawa. Calgary came in winning 4 in a row. Ottawa was struggling. This is what's happened since this. By the way, Calgary was second in the division in the Pacific. Since then, they are now holding on to the second wildcard spot, while Ottawa was 7th in the division at 8-11-1, and since then have gone 8-2-1 and sit second in the wildcard. Goals against, first. Save percentage, they're 5th. Calgary save percentage, 30th. Goals against, 31st. It has been a complete turnaround for the Ottawa Senators, all thanks to the Calgary Flames.
Funny how that works, isn't it, in the NHL? When your goaltending numbers go down and that goals against goes to 31st, all of a sudden you just go in the toilet.
They're struggling. And they should have beat Boston the other night and were up 3-1, lost that game in overtime.
Yeah. The Dan Vladar and Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf got off to a great start. His numbers are still pretty good. But Calgary's kind of right where I thought they would be this year. If you look at the Calgary Flames, anybody that looked at this team before the season started, nobody had this team for a playoff team. I just thought they were prepared for the season. They what happens at the beginning of the season, a lot of teams, especially the good teams, they don't pay attention to the details right away. It's because they kind of sleep their way into the season sometimes. In Calgary, they're just ready to go from the get-go, and they beat you with details, and now everyone's picking up their games, especially the Ottawa Senators. But yeah, kind of ironic. While we were talking about that last night, that was the game. Then everything kind of turned around for Ottawa, wasn't it?
It was. That's the, I guess, the change, if you will. Where I don't know what it was that clicked, but since then, Ottawa's been on a tear, and that includes obviously Linus Ullmark, who sits 8th now in save percentage, 8th in goals against, and over that span. He's first in save percentage and goals against. It has been fun to you've covered the team as a media member, not only from playing it as well, and just on the outside when you cover the team, it's just so much nicer when there's a little bit of a streak, when there's a little bit of positivity around the team.
Especially this time of year. The last thing you want around Christmas time is everybody belly aching about the Ottawa Senators, and it's going to be the same old. Who's getting traded? Who we selling? What's going on? It's a great. Especially when you're at the games, people are louder, people are prouder, and there's a sense of, you know what? It's kind of like the old movie Major League. Remember Major League? Maybe these guys aren't so bad.
I was just like, this trip is huge, and we've brought it up before. Like, this will be the test of their season. They did get the first win out of the way, which is good against Seattle. They've got a tough couple of games coming up, Vancouver, Edmonton. I almost feel like they need this win.
Yeah, I agree with that. If they can, man, what a trip this would be if they could win 2 of the next 3 here. Like, that would be something. That would be something if they could do that. I like how they match up against Calgary.
Yeah.
With Edmonton, you just got to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to obviously keep your eye on McDavid, keep your eye on Draisaitl. But Vancouver is a team that's very good too. Rick Tockett's such a good coach. But hey, listen, I like
that, Yorkie.
He's a good coach.
I'm not arguing that. I am arguing how they're playing of late. They're not playing a very good game of late. Yeah. That's all. But we'll stick to Calgary. Calgary hasn't won, by the way, hasn't won 2 in a row since they played Ottawa.
Yeah. Calgary just doesn't, they don't, like Jonathan Huberdeau's having a little bit of a better bounce back season this year. But if you look at that team and you look at Ottawa's, like they're a better hockey team. And when the season started, most people would have said, yeah, I would pick the Ottawa Senators to finish much higher than the Calgary Flames, because Calgary's in a rebuild mode. That's what they are. Like, let's call it what it is. So this is a very winnable game, especially Ullmark's going tonight again. If I'm looking at this game, Ullmark versus, I'm not sure who they're starting, Dan Vladar or Dustin Wolf, I'm taking Ullmark all day long. He's the best goalie in the league right now. So everything, it's tough if you look at the Ottawa Senators right now and you try and look at something that's not going well. I don't name me something. What's not going well for this team right now?
A power play.
Yeah.
The
penalty killing's going great. Yeah, the power play. So
yeah, like the penalty kill has moved up a bit as they've been pretty strong, been pretty solid. But the power play has been a struggle on the road right now. In the last 8 games on the road, Ottawa 5-2-1. The power play is 3 for 22.
It's crazy too. I saw this. I was reading this the other day about the difference of Ottawa's power play on the road and at home. The numbers, it's nuts.
I've seen that a lot, though. That's not that crazy uncommon.
There is something to that, though, Wally. It's when you play at home, the comfort level, you practice your power play all the time on your home ice. I don't know what it is about that. I'd be interested to see the stats right now. If you went through the NHL and you looked at home and away power plays where most teams would stack up. But yeah, Ottawa, there you go. Good pull by you. If you're going to look for something to improve on the power play, which is, when you think about it, at the beginning of the season, when they weren't winning consistently, the power play was good. So there you go. Just goes to show you defense, penalty kill.
So
don't beating yourselves. It's the most important thing in hockey. If you just play, and that's what Travis Green's been selling this group, guys, stick to what we're doing. Play high percentage hockey, put the puck in good places. Don't beat yourselves, because that was what this team was all about throughout the times when things were bad, which was more often than not, they beat themselves. So
Ottawa, since that November 25th game, is now first in the league, by the way, in even strength goals allowed. Fewest, so they're fewest, right? 1.45 per game, which is huge. If you can win the 5-on-5 or even strength battle, you do, right? So
their differential's starting to creep up too. I think they're at +7 right now, I believe.
Yeah,
so,
goal differential. Yeah.
I love that stat. That stat tells you, like I said, I'm a big believer in that differential stat. Like at the end of the year, it's always the teams with the top differentials that are in there. But so a lot to like about Otto right now, Wally. And it all starts with goaltending. It just seems that third pairing with Docker and Clevin is giving you some minutes. Jensen's been outstanding. Shabbat's playing really well. Like, I know people are on Sanderson, but he's still playing well. And Hamanek's playing above his pay grade now. He's chipping in and doing what he can to help keep the ship afloat until Zub's healthy. And what's the word on Zub anyhow? Wally, have you heard anything? Like what's his due date to come back?
They didn't get, so getting kind of info out of Travis Green, you have a better chance of robbing Fort Knox at the moment. That's what I feel like.
You're not giving anything.
No,
I love it.
So I don't even know if he's skating. I can't imagine he's skating yet. So we'll find out. And with the team being on the road, you're not at the rink. You can see little things, like you look to see if the skates still have a little bit of snow on them. So what happens is if the team skates at 10:30 a.m., you're allowed in the building at 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. Teams that have injured players, or the Sens have injured players or whatever, they will skate before 10 a.m. and then they're told, get off the ice because the media is coming. So you look when you go in the room afterwards and see if skates still have snow on them or not, or so you can tell sometimes if guys have been skating. So that's all. I haven't heard anything about it.
Who's backing up Ullmark on this trip?
Levi Merilainen. So it'll be, I'm wondering, does he get by the way, Cole Reinhardt was recalled this morning as well. Calgary native Cole Reinhardt. I'm not sure if there is an injury that I'm not aware of, but you've seen it on the road. They've called in. He was called up. I feel like the Vegas trip as well and didn't play. So,
but do you know why? Do you know why they're doing it? If there's no injuries, you bring him in in
case.
Get him acclimated to the team, get him with the boys, come practice, get on the ice, and then.
But why didn't he fly out? Is the question with the team.
Did they have a game or something? I don't know Belleville's schedule.
Well,
Did
I know,
they-
but playing the game in Seattle is a little more. I'm just curious if someone's banged up that we're not aware of. Like that.
Well, because I just think it's about the back-to-backs. If somebody gets hurt Saturday night, you don't have time to get somebody there on time.
But they don't have a D on the trip, Yorkie.
Well, you can always.
So
I don't know. You got me.
I know that's not like that's why it's a little weird. Normally, there's always an
It is
extra
weird.
D on the trip.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
By the way,
we're-
this is
we're-
not a 9-game road trip. Can we stop calling it a 9-game road trip?
who's calling it a 9-game?
Everybody
road trip?
everybody's saying how
4-game.
it's the longest franchise
it's a
record. They're not staying overnight through Christmas in like.
It's a
Sault Ste.
4-game road
Marie.
trip.
I know. Anyway,
there it is right there. Let's count.
I know they come home and then they go back out, but people are like, oh, like it's regarded as a 9-game road trip.
Well, it's not. It's not because you're
I know.
going home. You're going to have a nice big turkey at Christmas. By the way, are you guys are the Wallaces a turkey family, or you guys do like a nice cut of meat? What do you guys do?
So on Christmas Eve, Lisa's brother and family come over along with the parents, and we do a sit-down meal, which is usually some like surf and turf or something. It's just it's not typical Christmas meal, just because we just want to have a really nice meal.
Hold on a sec. Surf and turf.
Yeah.
What kind of steaks you guys doing up there?
Oh, they'd be filet.
Don't tell me. You're not going medium well on those fillets.
So Lisa won't let me barbecue. So
who does the barbecue on Christmas Eve? Lisa takes the grill.
Lisa, yeah.
You're not allowed near the barbecue on
No.
Christmas.
No. So and then on Christmas
Where do
Day,
you go though? Where do you go when the barbecue is going on? Like, come on.
I just drink my wine. And
You
then on
just sit-
Christmas, yeah. And let's move on. Christmas Day, we go to her brother's house, and we have like a turkey dinner meal there.
The relationship to the man and his barbecue is one that you can't break.
Hey,
Like,
I got to barbecue hot dogs last night. I'll take that as a win. Okay. You take care of some business. We got to get to Charlie.
okay. BEI helping to shape the Ottawa Valley. Give them a ring for some equipment rentals, aggregate and topsoil supplies, as well as custom crushing and screening. And you can get your driveway paved this spring. They can fix you up with all those things. So when you're planning your next project, please consider BEI for all your aggregate supply needs. You can get them at bonishirexcavating.com or at 613-432-1120.
And of course, this show proudly presented to you by Bet365, proud partner. Coming in hot. Open an account today with Bet365. Bet on a huge range of markets. So whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Use code NATION. Must be 19 years of age or older. Please play responsibly. Download the app today. Without further ado, Yorkie, we're getting right to it. Here is the smartest dog, well, in our show's history. Here's Charlie.
All right, Charlie, we got another big one for you tonight. We got the Ottawa Senators facing the Calgary Flames in Western Canada. They've got 3 games left on this road trip. They got Calgary, they got Vancouver, and they've got Edmonton. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. They got to take care of business tonight. In Calgary, Ottawa's won 4 in a row. Linus Ullmark is on fire right now, hottest goaltender in the league. But Calgary, they're no pushover. So, question of the day, the question everybody wants to know, who do you got? Do you have the Ottawa Senators or the Calgary Flames?
I think she can
There you
read.
have it, folks.
Of course
Once again, the wise dog, the wisest of them all, is going with the Ottawa Senators.
And for all the skeptics out there, I changed. Usually, I have Ottawa over on the right side. I put it on the left side. You said it. She can read. She's like, I see the Senators. I'm going with the Senators. She's got no reason not to take the Ottawa Senators right now. She watches the games with me, for goodness sake. She knows what's going on.
And besides, can't say the colors because they're both red today.
Both red. They're
So-
both red. I'm taking all the conspiracy theories out of the mix, so it's straight pick'ems for this dog.
Okay, so let's get to then. Here are the odds. The Senators, despite Calgary actually not being that bad at home, are the favorites for tonight. We'll see how this all plays out, but I like the chances. So here's the Wally same game parlay. Take the Sens to win, Josh Norris to score a goal, and the over-under is over 4 goals, or over 3.5, I should say. That is the parlay of the day.
That's pretty
Would you
good,
take
Wally.
that parlay, Yorkie?
I think that's I like that. Well, you've been pretty good on your parlays as of late. You've been I know you got the last one, so that's a solid wager there. And Calgary's the favorite, really, eh? I'm surprised at that.
No, the Sens are the favorite.
Okay, I thought you said Calgary. Okay,
Yeah,
no, I
did. I apologize.
Yeah. So that's what I when you said that, I was like, yeah, I'd go with that. It's that's a wise. Charlie agrees too. She's over in the corner nodding. She's like, yep, that's a good one. Yeah, she says good too. So
the Calgary Flames at home are 11-4-2, but they have one regulation win in their last 4 games at home.
Wow.
Sens have not allowed a goal on the road in 2 games.
Yeah, well, I'm really interested. The Senators don't like to look ahead, but I like to look ahead. I'm interested to see if you run the table with Ullmark here in all 3 of these games.
So
because you're not. That to me is the most intriguing question because you're not going to have Forsberg. Do you throw Marilainen into
the Canucks?
Into the Canucks, or do you on the back-to-backs?
No. And the only reason I think he plays this trip compared to when we argued over the Carolina-Ottawa game back-to-back was because of the travel.
Well, Forsberg was supposed to play at home against Pittsburgh.
I understand. But I'm just saying it's a lot easier for Linus Ullmark on that travel than there is the Vancouver to Edmonton and being on this trip and all the travel. That's the only reason I think they would play Levi Marilainen in Vancouver. And Vancouver's if you've got him, you've got to try and play him, I think. Let's see what the kid can do.
Yeah. I was talking, we were having a little hot stove, me and some of my buddies the other day at Tuesday afternoon hockey at Duluth Arena, solving the problems of the Ottawa Senators. And somebody asked me about this. They're like, can you skate?
Can I skate? Well, like blistering speed.
Listen, do you still have your goalie gear?
No.
Because
I haven't played goalie since 1981, 82.
I need a goalie for Monday.
That's not me.
I'm having a family shinny game on Monday. You can come and play if you want. I need a goalie, but you should. Well, let's get you some gear and get you in the net. This would be amazing.
It's not likely to happen unless you have Radek Bong's hip surgeon on speed dial.
Well, Bonky's invited too. He's supposed to come out and play too. You could have Bonky just peppering you with slappers. As long as Chris Neal or Zach Smith aren't out, because they would just zip it at my head. They probably would. So anyhow, we were chatting yesterday at Pickup Hockey. Somebody asked me how come a goalie can't play back-to-backs? And I'm like, you know what? When you watch a guy like Jake Sanderson play, he'll play, let's just say he plays 24 minutes, and then he has to play again the next day. So he's playing back-to-back 24 minutes. And those 24 minutes that he plays are hard minutes. Mm-hmm. That's penalty kill minutes. He's on the power play. He's playing against other team's top line. If you put a tracker on Sanderson during the game and you watched how he skated, and you put the calorie monitor on how many calories he burnt, you would be amazed. It's way over 1,000. So by comparison, why don't we ever say anything about? I know why we don't, but what's the difference? It's between a goalie.
So from my understanding, it's the mental fatigue.
That's the point I was saying to the boys. It's because a goalie has he's got a lot going on in that noggin of his before the game, and he's thinking of it. But I think the reason Ullmark has had success in the league is because of his mental toughness. We'll just look at this year, Wally, the start he got off to, and he's like, you know what? Yep, I'm just going to keep playing. It didn't his mental toughness allowed him to get out of that. And when you're mentally tough like that, you don't waste a lot of energy getting yourself overhyped for games, because you can do that. You're just like this all the time, and by the time the game comes, you're mentally exhausted. So it's the same as players. I see players do it all the time too. Guys will psych themselves out, and then they can't understand why their legs are heavy and so on, because you've got 1,000 things going on in your routine. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to People would be amazed at how crazy guys are with their routines. It's exhausting to actually watch some guys.
I find it's a lot less now than it used to be. I believe
Yeah.
guys have been so conditioned now with mental health coaches and mental strength coaches to stop the nonsense that it's not like it was before.
When I played with Paul Correa in Anaheim, it was crazy the stuff he was doing. Like he had this towel he would put down in front of his stall, and he had to he sat down perfectly straight, and it was like one leg down there, then one leg down there. Then he'd go into this meditation, and he wouldn't speak. Then he'd go off to this secret stretching room, but I would go sneak into the stretching room and try and talk to him. What's going on? This went on. He would just look straight ahead, not talk to me. I'm like, sorry, I gave up after a while, but it worked for him. Obviously, he had a great career, but some guys will do all kinds of nonsense, and it doesn't.
Chris Neal,
yeah,
Chris Neal had a bunch of things.
Yeah, Nealer, and he had some fun too on game day too. Like I know he. I remember going to the dressing room. He'd take the little skate lace thing, and he'd always put a new set of laces for every game, and somebody'd walk by and go, and he'd try and snap it at somebody when they went by.
And so he used to sit next to Alfie, if I'm not mistaken, for a couple of years. And so we would come in after the skate and want to talk to Alfie, and he would be there cutting out his laces. He would make like a half moon with his skate lace and saying like you couldn't come inside, step inside. And then he would stick shin pad tape on the back of my pant leg, or he would undo my my shoe lace. He was tortured.
I did a couple things. The one thing I did religiously my entire career, and it's kind of stupid when you think about it, I always put my left shin pad on first, because I was convinced for some reason by doing that, I wasn't going to blow my knee out. Like, what kind of logic is that? Because I'm putting my left shin pad on first, my knee will not get hurt, and I will not have to get an ACL or an MCL surgery. It worked up until I was 37, and I got the MCL. But you know what? It did me well for a while, Wally. So that's how hockey players think. There is no rhyme or reason why guys do stuff. It's some guys have like 100 things going on. So I'm with you though. I think most guys have tapered it down a bit.
Back to the 365 board for a sec, because neither one of us have said who we're taking to win the game tonight. Mind you, I did pick the Sens to win in my parlay. So I will go first, Yorkie.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Ottawa Senators in a victory.
Yeah. I agree. I've got no reason to believe from what I've seen as of like just the way these guys are playing right now. Little things, attention to detail, goaltending, penalty kills way better, and they're winning with the power play. So I think if I was doing some kind of parlay tonight, I would throw in a power play goal and a Sens win. I think they get one on the power play and they win tonight.
And then can they just perhaps put Mackenzie Weegar in one of the equipment bags and take him along?
Hey, man, I'm a big Mackenzie Weegar guy. Actually golfed in the Canada member guest a couple of years ago, and Weegs was in front of us, him and his buddies. And I hadn't met him, chatted a little bit with him on the golf course. Local guy. He's a great story, eh? Played here for the Nepean Raiders, went to the Quebec League. Late bloomer. Really late bloomer. I love stories like that, because guys like that really had to battle, they had to earn it. They weren't given a million chances. Like I'm a little bit jaded when it comes to I love those kinds of stories. That's why I like a guy like Drake Batherson, 4th round pick, Mark Stone. You don't get a million chances. Alfie's a great story.
Marty St. Louis, he wasn't even drafted.
Marty St. Louis. I remember this. I might have told you this story before. He came to Ottawa as a walk-on, and we got ice a couple weeks before camp at the KRC, and we're skating. We're like, who's this little guy out here? Like, what's he doing out here? It was Marty St. Louis, but he was working his balls off, and he was flying. He was working so hard, and they didn't give him an opportunity here. It just wasn't the right time, right place. And, he just kept going. And then finally got his opportunity. Another local kid too, Wally. I got to give him a shout out. Similar story. Ty Fellebar from
just
Pembroke.
signed.
Played his first NHL game, and there's a kid that went East Coast League. He went to the minors. Just finally, I think he's at 98. So he's getting close to 25, 26. Just played his first game. Love seeing stories like that. It just goes to show you that hard work can pay off.
Absolutely. There's tons of those stories. Even Alex Burrows Another guy undrafted. There's tons of undrafted guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Yorkie. We got to get going, but we were back Monday. Don't forget to donate to the food bank and enter the draw. And also, we will tell you Monday who lays claim to the Drake Batherson jersey. All that Monday. We will see you then as we get one more show before Santa shows up.
Yeah.
Have a
Enjoy
great
the game,
weekend,
everybody.
everybody.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.